Today, we are speaking with Sita Murt, a fashion brand with deep roots in Catalonia and a long history of creating elegant, comfortable clothing for women. Since its beginnings, the brand has stood for a calm, natural style that reflects the personality and rhythm of modern women. In this interview, we talk about how the brand was born, how it stays faithful to the spirit of its founder, and how it combines tradition, innovation, and care in every collection. Today we have here Montse Figueras, the CEO of Sita Murt. Montse, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
How and when was the Sita Murt brand born? What is the essence since its beginning?
So, as you said just at the beginning, Sita Murt has a long story. The company was founded in 1924 as a family-run textile industrial business. They were producing knitting garments for other people. And around 1980 is when, from the beginning of the company, it evolved to the brand that we know now, which is Sita Murt. So Sita Murt was the directive creator of the brand for many years. She was married to the grandson of the founder of the company. And around 1985, they asked her if she wanted to take care of the business and be the creative director as well as the manager of the company. And she took the company to the highest level of high couture. Sita Murt was at the time going to the catwalks in Paris, Milano, Madrid, Barcelona. And as you said, the company is very well known for knitting. So the DNA of the company is knitting. And nowadays, we keep the legacy of the company producing the fine and high quality knitting garments.
Yeah, and what was the name Sita Murt represent today in the fashion world? Like, how do you keep the founder's spirit alive nowadays?
Well, we keep it following the roots of the company and the DNA. The DNA of the company, as I said, is knitting. The heart of the company, its identity, it's always around knitting. And the headquarters are in Igualada. Igualada is a huge cluster for knitting industry. And we keep the essence of the company, as you said as well, is a feminine, casual, comfort, elegant brand for women that has this spirit. And we keep it working very hard following the values of the company.
Like all this heritage and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, as you were saying, like your collections breathe femininity, comfort, and natural elegance. Like, how do you define the creative DNA of the brand today?
Well, the creative DNA is following tradition with innovation. I don't know if everybody knows how knitting is. The components of knitting is yarn and a machine. And machinery for knitting, we work with all our partners are doing innovation in their companies in order to bring the best garments for knitting. So that's how we follow the fabrication of the products.
And what inspires you when designing each collection? Is there like a story you aim to tell with your pieces?
Well, yes, definitely. I am not the designer. We have a team of 2 designers plus 2 other people that follow all the design team, and they always inspire. And we are, I would say, like a Mediterranean brand. And always when they get inspired of nature or always something that follows this femininity of the brand. And that's maybe a question for the designers, but they do get inspiration of the Mediterranean, the femininity, and all this type of...
Yeah, like all really holistic with like the storytelling of the brand.
Exactly.
And knitwear, as you were saying, is being iconic for the brand, like from always.
Oh.
What materials are you currently using, and how do you work with this, with textile innovation?
Yeah. So as you said, knitwear is the heart of our collection. Our collections, 85% are garments made of knitting. And we definitely try to work with best materials. So I would say that we can divide in three groups, like high quality natural fabrics. We work with wool, merino wool, linen, silk, cotton. Also nowadays, we try to be responsible with fashion, as a responsible brand. So we also work with sustainable fibers. We try to work with recycled yarns and all this type of ecovero, as well ecovero yarn. Sometimes it's really difficult because recycled yarns for knitting, sometimes the garment is too dry, not very soft, but there is a lot of investigation, and we try to get yarns from suppliers that already have, developed all these techniques. And also, sometimes we use some of more technical fabrics or yarns, as elastan or polyamide, because these yarns, what they do together with the other natural fabrics, give durability to the garment, also like more comfort, So, but we don't use that much percentage. So we just put the type of percentage that can be perfect for the garment.
Yeah, I'm sure they are just perfect. And speaking about sustainability, how do you incorporate it into your design and production processes?
Well, nowadays what we've done last year is we also trained our designers in order to have in mind that we need to follow eco-design. That means not only buying sustainable fibers for the garment, but just thinking about sustainability from the beginning. So I think we've been sustainable for many, many years because we always work with natural fabrics as much as we can. We do local production, so to me that's also sustainable because everything is produced 1 kilometer from home, and then that means that all the chain is very short, And so, as I said, I think we've been sustainable for many years because also durability of the garments. We produce garments that can be in your wardrobe for many, many years.
Yeah, that's like an added value, of course.
Yes, definitely.
Sita Murt dresses the modern, active, and sophisticated woman. But who is your ideal customer?
So for us, I think, I don't know if we can say that we have an ideal customer because we want to dress many girls and women. So our aim is to dress a woman that wants to feel comfortable, wants to feel elegant, wants to feel feminine, and that feels secure, So for us, the fashion, and I think you would agree with that, fashion are emotions, fashion is dreams, and it's the way how we show to the people. So I don't think we only have one ideal, customer, but if we have one ideal is the woman, but we only produce garments for women that wants to go outside and say, wow, I feel good,
Empowered, I feel feminine.
But in a casual and natural way. We don't pretend to be very sophisticated,
Yeah. And as you say, you mostly produce in Spain. What value does local production and craftsmanship hold for you?
as we have said before, for us, local production is one of our key values and also one of our competitive advantage. But we do this because this is the DNA of the company. And if we could produce 100% in Spain, we would do it. But nowadays, it's hardly impossible. But definitely, it's something that gives us the difference of versus other brands.
Yeah, an added value.
So, yeah, and working with local suppliers that they really work in small, as craftsmanship you said before, it gives us something special. And then I think that the brand have a very real storytelling to speak to the customer.
And how has the brand evolved digitally above like all this year? What role does the e-commerce play in your current strategy?
So nowadays we have three ways of selling the brand. So we have the digital channel, we have e-commerce, we have our own stores, retail in Spain, and wholesale internationally. So digital for us even is very strong for fashion industry. Nowadays we don't sell as much as we could, because we always thought that the piece of Sita Murt needs to be touched. It's very important that the woman that wants to buy a garment of Sita Murt, they can touch, they can try, and they can feel. So I never thought that digital e-commerce was going to be the biggest part of the market, and still it is okay. We need to have our e-commerce, but we rather prefer to have direct contact with the customers. So, but the other part, very important for us, is internationalization. Nowadays, we are present in more than 15 countries outside of Spain, but we still want to open more markets outside, because outside the customers, I can tell you that they really appreciate better probably even in Spain, because Spain sometimes they don't want to spend more money in a garment. So for us, international market is very important.
Yeah, if you have to define Sita Murt in 3 words, what would they be?
Okay, so, well, I would say many words, but to make it in only 3 words, I would say feminine, elegant, and timeless.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Montse, for being here and for having some insights of Sita Murt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sita Murt keeps moving forward without losing its essence, offering well-made pieces that are easy to wear, soft to the touch, and designed with intention. With a focus on local production, quality materials, and a close connection to its community, the brand continues to grow with honesty and purpose. Every collection is a reflection of how women live today, with strength, beauty, and confidence, wherever they are and whatever they do.